would leave the game and would not return with an ankle sprain. Frankly, it wouldn't have made a difference. Watch this here. These are the final seconds of the first half off a miss. Here comes LeBron spotting up and knocking down the three. As the buzzer sounds, the Lakers scored 73 points in the first half last night. They were up 73-44 at the break. Third quarter, the lead is 30. LeBron is still on the floor, though he wouldn't be for much longer. Here's a little inbounds for Markieff Morris, the two-hand jam. He scored 13. The lead is 32. Later in the third, LeBron on the wing. He wouldn't play the fourth quarter. He would finish with 19.6 boards. Lakers dominate Golden State last night in what feels like a little bit of a statement game. And look who has gotten up with us early this morning. We got Kendrick Perkins. We got Zach Lowe. Good morning, gentlemen. And Big Perk, before we get to what is going to be the subject of the day, let me just get a quick thought on that game. The Lakers have been struggling. They've been losing. Last night, a magnificent performance. How big a deal is that? How important a night was that last night for LeBron's team?
Well, it's very important, Green. And let me tell you this. Every chance that LeBron James gets to put the Golden State Warriors and Steph Curry across his lap and give them a spanking, he's going to do just that. But Dennis Schroeder has been the key. This guy gives them swagger. Yes, LeBron and Anthony Davis are the best players on the team, but he is the heart and soul of this team. He picks up 94 feet. He brings that defensive tenacity. On the offensive end, he is the other guy that can create for himself and create for others. So the biggest thing for the Lakers, not just last night, but the game before that, is getting Dennis Schroeder back. He gives them that swagger.
So we'll see if they can finally put together a bit of winning streak. But Zach Lowe, there's a reason I wanted you on today, because I got something ready to go on the radio today that would fit perfectly into the Low Post podcast. And this takes us back to Saturday night. If you were watching the game on ABC, Luka Doncic, the day before he turned 22, by the way, put on a huge performance for the Mavericks on Saturday night that left James Harden of the Nets saying this.
He never lets anyone speeds him up, and he gets what he wants. And that's rare for a guy, at a young age. I think he's, 21 years old, to be able to dictate the game and control the game like he does. So, obviously, we all know he has a very, very bright future, and the Mavs got a special one.
So when Harden said that, Doncic was 21. He turned 22 yesterday. So, Zach Lowe, if you were starting an NBA team right this minute, and you could choose from every single person walking the face of planet Earth to start it with, I would contend that right now the best choice would be Luka Doncic. Zach Lowe, what do you say?
Consider age, you just said he's just turned 22. I think the answer is clearly Luka Doncic, and I've said this before on this show when we did Luka or Giannis for this question. My favorite thing about Luka is I can get any kind of player to play with him because he can shoot. Ignore his so-so three-point shooting percentages. Those are because he's taking crazy, difficult step-back threes. He can shoot, he can pass, he can play any position almost on the floor except center, I guess. So I can get any kind of player to build around him. The only real competitors at this point are Zion Williamson, because of what we've seen from Point Zion, which is frankly terrifying, and someone who hasn't been drafted yet, like a Cade Cunningham or somebody like that. I think of everyone in the NBA, when you consider age especially, the answer is clearly Luka.
Kendrick Perkins, why are you making those faces at us?
Yeah, because I knew that, Greeny, I knew you and Zach Lowe was going to run my blood pressure high with this question, okay, and these answers. And look, I'm not taking anything from Luka Doncic. He is a special player, and he is 22 years old, and I get all that. But he has a lot of miles on him. Let's not forget, he's been playing professional basketball since he had Similac on his breath, okay? When I look at a guy that I'm going to take to start my team today, if I had to draft a guy number one, it would be Joel Embiid. He is the closest thing. He is the 275-pound Akeem Olajuwon. Special talent, averaging 30 points and 11 rebounds. And by the way, you talk about youth, he's only 26 years of age. He haven't even reached his prime. And guess what? He's on the verge of probably winning the MVP. The last four people to win the MVP, averaging 30 points and shooting 50% from the field, was Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, and Michael Jordan on back-to-back years. So, look, I understand the Luka conversation. I'm not taking anything away from him, but give me Joel Embiid any day of the week right now.
Get him, Zach.
I don't need to get Perk, but we're talking about a lot of mileage. Joel Embiid is 4 years older than Luka Doncic with all those scary foot injuries in the rear view. I mean, I love JoJo. I said last week I would vote him MVP if we had to vote right now. It would be a very, very close race, but he would get my vote. I just think the injuries, if they don't disqualify him from this kind of conversation, it comes close because people are scared about what happens down the road. But I love JoJo. I think that's a totally fine answer, but I still go Luka.
Go ahead, Kendrick.
But Zach and Green, this which I have to understand is that Joel Embiid didn't really start playing basketball until he got to the United States, which was 1 year before he went to Kansas. So let's not act like it's a lot of mileage on his body. And then he really set out his first 2 years of his season. So what I'm saying is he still have a lot of basketball left at the age of 26, and he haven't even hit his prime yet. He go hit his prime when he turned 27, but he still have about 10 years of playing at this level. We don't know how long Luka Doncic got to play at this level that he's playing at. It's not like he have a physical build like a LeBron James. He actually have a whack body like Kendrick Perkins. And what a whack body is that I'm gonna give you the definition. I'm gonna give you the definition of a whack body, Green and Zach Lowe. You could try as hard as you want to stay in the weight room and try to get ripped up, but you'll never get that six-pack. It's always going to be the two-pack.
Situation, I think tonight in the Portland game was two of those instances where we knew that we didn't play the way we're capable of defensively, and we watched a lot of film, broke down some things, able to get on the floor as well at a practice facility, walk through some things, go over some things, and I think it's helped us last two games.
You could almost take the same question with AD being out. If you guys just found finally, I should say finally, right? The 5 game. If you found some sense of rhythm there, and the guys know where they need to be and where they need to step up around you.
I think, yeah. I mean, listen, when you lose a mega piece like AD, it's gonna take time, both offensively and defensively, how we want to play, and and what's going to be our rhythm and how we get into our rhythm. And I think over the last few games, we've done a good job of trying to, this is where we're going to have the ball. This is how we're going to be effective. This is what we need to run, and how we're going to, benefit one another. And I also think that, guys knowing they're going to play, they knowing rotations, things of that nature. So guys are just staying ready. Obviously, you always have to stay ready, but guys know their rotations, and it's worked out a lot for us.
LeBron, you told us that you were going to find a way to figure this thing out because you always tweak your game to what your team needs. And the eye test for me the last couple of games is you played more physicality and turns defensive plays into offensive opportunities. Has that been the game plan, or is that just what has presented itself these last couple of games?
It's my job to, like you said, to figure it out, and on both sides of the floor. And I think defensively, I've just been a little bit more active. Trying to be in the right position where that it benefit our team, benefit myself. But I've just been flying around, and it's helped out our team, and everyone's flying around. It's helped me out as well too. So I'm definitely not okay with losing, and so it's my job to figure it out what's going to be best for our team, and we've done a good job with that the last couple games.
LeBron, before game, I asked you to kind of keep expert in front of you, right? You've been a player as a coach a bunch of different times. He said he thought this might be the hardest circumstance. With no fans, with the impact on the better, everything crowded. Curious, when you look at this past month, what does that tell you about how tough it's going to be, and how do you think you guys fighting through it?
It's been extremely tough. You have to literally self-motivate yourself every single day. And it's very tough because you're playing every other day, if not back-to-backs, and it's not much downtime. So, you have to motivate yourself. And being here in California, like you said, us and SAC and the Cliffs and GS, we don't have the luxury of having fans right now. Been watching a lot of games of late, and it's been 1,500, 2,000, whatever the case may be in the fans, and it gives you an extra boost. So I'm just waiting, hopefully sooner than later. I would love for us to start having fans here in California, especially here at Staples. It's just adds so much for us, and also to see our fans too. But it's very challenging, and like I said, you just gotta have the self-discipline and that self-motivation to know that you're going out there, and you just have to be able to use your teammates, use yourself, and you know, and to get the energy.
18 plus years, LeBron, what self-motivates you still?
Because at the end of the day, there's some kids out there that's still watching me. They're watching the way I play the game of basketball. They're reading the narrative of, you know, will I be tired, or you know, am I satisfied, and things of that nature. And I don't want to give them an excuse, no matter the circumstances. You know, you still go out there and you know, you still go out there and play as hard as you can. Give your life to the game, because the game will give it back to you. So I understand I have a responsibility that's beyond myself when I hit the floor.
Okay, last 30, Kyle Boone.
Hello, LeBron. Obviously, you guys played Portland in the playoffs last year, and Golden State is a team that you know well, players that you know very well. Defensively, how much has that familiarity that you guys have, and perhaps you personally have with those players, played into the performances you had?
Well, I mean, our coaching staff has done a great job putting together a game plan, and we've just tried to execute that. I definitely got a lot of familiarity with, obviously, with GS, you know, and some of the players that they have on the floor, because of the last 10 years, obviously. But also, you know, with Portland and the series that we had with them not too long ago. But, you know, for me, I kind of always try to keep myself, you know, familiar with whoever we're playing by watching film and diving into things that they're going to do, and just to put my team in a position to be successful.
Is it kind of fun when some of your study pays off in those anticipation steals, blocks, things like that, where it's what you study, not what you see right in front of you?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it puts you in front of, you know, it gives you an opportunity to be ahead of some plays as well. Some of it's read and react, and not, you know, obviously, but, you know, to be able to be in a position where you can, you know, be there before the, you know, the actual action takes place, because you've broke down the film and you've watched it a hell of a lot.
Bill Moore.
Sound like some crutches, dude.
Hey, LeBron, this is going to be a little off topic, but obviously, you know, 17 straight All-Star games for you. Do you, I'm wondering what you remember about your rookie year when you played in the Rookie Challenge in LA, and what that first All-Star weekend experience was like for you?
It was incredible. First of all, I'm a kid from Akron, Ohio, and I was in Los Angeles for my first All-Star game. And that was an incredible, you know, moment for myself, for my family. To be here. Obviously, I wanted to be in the All-Star game. Still kind of hurt me a little bit, but I got over it. You know, it's just being here and being around Melo and D-Wade and the rest of the guys, and you know, just being a part of festivities, something I watched my whole life. You know, I was like, wow, how great it'd be to be a part of All-Star Weekend, and for it to be my rookie year, for me to be you know, in the rookie challenge. It was something that I probably will never forget. You know, I got the opportunity to wear some dope shoes that night too. The Zoom Generation 1 Beats. That's one of my favorite sneakers of all time. So I was just like, I was hyped. So it's a long time ago. It's like the mucking drill. It's so long ago. So I'm happy though.
Last question, Sean.
Hey, LeBron, Coach Vogel talks. He went all the way back to those overtime games, and now maybe some fatigue set in for you guys during that 4-game skid. How much was a night like tonight needed where, you know, big win and you only have to play 24 minutes?
Well, I mean, you take it for, you know, for what it is, and you know, we was able to take care of business. So it allowed, you know, a lot of our big guys, and I played many